Love playing this high-tech dance music. I just couldn't get enough of it. Just as I try to put in as many of those records, as many as I could on my fancy playlist, then as I do now. Debuting at number 31, the week of October 18th, 1997. The first really big hit for Daft Punk. Two guys from France, around the world. Around the world, that was the only lyric in this record, repeated 144 times. Daft Punk, they came out with some great records over the years. The thing is, they didn't like to appear in public. They hid their faces. They didn't like to show their faces. They wore these futuristic helmets, and indeed their music was futuristic disco, futuristic dance music. One of their biggest hits was "One More Time." God, that was delicious, flavored. Flavored up with those high tech dance beats and the way they sort of pitched their voices up. Late 2000, early 2001. Digital Love, absolutely fell in love with that one back in the fall of 2001. There was Get Lucky, which was a bit more recent, a couple of years ago. It was nice to hear them again. And Harder, Better, Faster, which was later sampled by Kanye West. And there was Technotronic when they're scintillating records back in 2005. When I first heard Technotronic, I just flipped over that record. I said, this ass is just cool. Daft Punk. The video to this record was directed by a guy named Mikhail Gondry. This was a brilliant video. All the dancers dressed up in various costumes. Among the characters, four disco girls that were going up and down a set of stairs, which symbolized perfectly the perfect metaphor of the ascending and descending bass line of this record, moving in rhythm to this song. Daft Punk, One More Time. I mean, around the world, rather. This is how they got their name. Now, you talk about turning a negative into a positive. They recorded a song with a group called Stereo Lab. And I screwed this up. My chicken scratch. I believe it's Cindy So Loud was the name of the record. This they did. They did a track with Stereo Lab called Cindy So Loud. The British publication, one of the prestigious publications in England, Melody Maker, was not having it. They said they called this group a bunch of daft punks. They did not like this record. They did not like that record. Well, Daft Punk, but they didn't have a name. They didn't know what to call themselves. But when they saw that review, it was like, hey, that's our name. Let's call ourselves Daft Punk. Well, I'm sure they've made some millions since they came up with that name and had their first hit record Around the World by Daft Punk. Number 31 on my fancy playlist.